Hello, welcome to the pre-show for Mind Pockets. How y'all doing, guys? 10 minutes. We got this. What we all doing? All right. Let's kind of live together up here. How's everybody doing today? Happy Saturday. All right. The pre-show might be changing soon. I sent out some emails. We might get some like sponsors. We'll see. We'll see. All right. I'm getting my own stuff. Whimsy with the Z. 2 episodes last week. Dean and Alice and Alice and Danielle. Interesting conversations. Dean preparing for college. Possible bullying with Danielle. Alice helps me out. It was one of those conversations. You can find both of those on Spotify, Apple, and YouTube. Last week's episode was what was last week? Oh, we had 2 episodes last week. Vita Bybee, what do you guys think of her? She was fantastic. We got her, and then we had pressures of a co-host with Megan. Kind of just help outline what it is to be a co-host. She was fantastic. Make sure you like and subscribe. What is it? YouTube is a bell and a subscribe button. And then most of the podcasts are hearts. If you have a thumbs up, make sure you hit the thumbs up too. Patreon. Hey, people are getting blankets this week. Delivered a couple. So we got blankets coming. They look fantastic. J Sarge enjoyed his. The Megan family enjoyed theirs. And then the rest of them are being delivered tomorrow and Monday. So hope you guys enjoy them. Patreon.com/chasingthewhimsy. Hey, are you here on the chats? You hanging out? Throw a little something in the chat. Say hi. Give me a little heart flutter. Give me a little heart flutter. Let me know you're here. One of these guys? Just because? We have a good time when you guys interact. Throw in some chats. Let me know what you're thinking. Dan Whimsy with the Z. This week, recording with Alice's solo episode, Mark and his solo episode. So we will see what happens. Don't know what we're going to talk about exactly. I am curious to see what Alice is up to. Last month, she's preparing for life after high school in like 2 months. This week's episode, we should see the return of the prodigal son. William should be back. Spring break is over. This is like last week. Find out what he did. We also have upcoming interviews with members, another member of Tesdy Town. So you're gonna have to listen to find out how that's happening. Say hello in the chats. Make sure you subscribe. 7,000 subscribers on YouTube. That's pretty good. I mean, it is what it is. Patreon.com/chasingthewhimsy. We're looking to boost the membership numbers. I'm hoping to see that go up 2 or 3 in the month of April. April's the kickoff month if you want the merch, the gifts. You need the May to get the gift idea. So it's gonna be a good month to sign up in April. Line Pockets 52. Make sure you say hi in the chats. Let me know what you guys are up to. Let me know you're here. Look, I'll even say hello. Hello. And if we have it correctly, it should still. Ooh, look at that. Pop up on the screen. We have on-screen chat box back. How exciting is that? Ooh, that's some mind pocket. Hold on. I get weird about certain mind pockets. Title, mind pocket 53. I'm gonna put it on here for now. It might come off. That's a weird mind pocket. We have fun here. Then it does kind of like every once in a while there's a certain reality that hits, and you're like, well, it's not so much fun to talk about that now. Like I said, that might come off. I don't know. I'll have to run it by somebody. Make sure it doesn't go into like a weird place. All right. Hey, guess what? Show's starting. See you guys in a second. Hello and welcome to this week's episode. Mind Pockets. It's Whimsy Live. Let's fix this screen a little bit. It's a lot of mouse. Like, you know what we should. Oh, maybe. I could do that maybe tomorrow for Monday. So, what I was just thinking is, could I put up another Kitschy cam here on Kitschy and let you guys shoot like this way, so you guys can watch the hands, like a hand cam, basically, because there's a lot of moving pieces in the back here. Hence why I make mistakes every once in a while. 3 weeks, 3 weeks since last mistake. I think that's pretty accurate. I don't remember. I stopped tracking it, um, because I widen the screen and then I have to shrink the screen. I have to hit pause. I have to increase the volume from the pre-show to now. There's a couple of commercials that are low, so I got to make sure I'm moving all those things. Um, but it is interesting to see. Maybe I did a hand cam, and maybe next week get a hand cam so you guys can actually see what's what's happening. That would be weird. Not impossible though. What does it look like if I did this screen but shrunk it, right? So because like this way you can see the mouse. Maybe I could do that. Wonder if that would mess up the computer real bad. But for like just an episode, give you guys like. See, the problem is you guys are also watching on like a tablet or a phone, so this is already a tiny screen to begin with. I don't know. Interesting though. We are gonna look. I'm gonna look into that for a second, um, because like back here, I'm playing with all these buttons. Hold on, all right. Because like back here, I'm playing with all these buttons. When I gotta take a smoke break, boom, I have to turn this one on, turn it off, come back here, hit play. Problem is, every once in a while I hit the stop, which is not. Uh, it's play versus pause. I don't know. Sometimes it gets weird. It just happened. Maybe you guys won't notice. Maybe you guys won't notice. I clicked the wrong button. It doesn't matter. See, it doesn't count if you guys don't see it. Oh, that's so funny. That doesn't count. That doesn't count. I'll just showing you buttons. Uh, I mean, I have half restarted the show, but yeah, I was getting curious because the reason why I was saying all this, right? They have here's the pre. Okay, they have these little boxes that have some buttons on them, and in theory, I can we call it like a 12 button box, and each button I can assign a different function. So conceptually, I can have this little box here like this, right? And that can just be like play, stop, play, stop, play, stop, smoke, play, stop, play, right? And then instead of using the mouse all the time, um, conceptually, that's the thing. Um, I need to look into it because if I upgrade the live shows, After year two, I want to have a multiple camera. Like I want to go multicam, right? And then I can push a button to activate this camera, and then come back over to this camera, this camera, this camera. Um, so that's just kind of what I was thinking at when I was just fiddling with some stuff. Uh, and there you go. You got like a live mind pocket. Like, what does Ben think about before the show? All right, everybody. Mind pockets. It is 8:06. It is Saturday. Mom's probably working. Grandma's probably putting the kids to bed. Kelly's listening, hanging out with Sophie. Hi, Sophie. What are you doing? I haven't talked to you all week. What'd you do? What did you do this week? I can't wait to hear it tomorrow. Um, Mind pockets. I've recorded 10 different thoughts and ideas throughout the week. I recorded them, and you're going to hear them today. And we are going to listen and comment on what goes in the mind of a 41-year-old who works too much and is entirely alone too much out of the day. Let's get the show started. Lame. I am not waking up to alarms. I don't hear them. I'm turning them off in my sleep. I have no idea what I'm doing. I have the phone alarm clock. Should I get another alarm clock, like slightly further away, that I actually have to get up and move to turn off? I don't know. Okay, Monday, we have the interview with Vito Bybee, right? I get home, I go to sleep semi early, set my alarms, but I had to set up at like 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock yesterday or last week. I 100% did not wake up to an alarm. I woke up to I think I slept through my alarm panic and then realized like everything, like, I don't know. Somehow I'm losing track of am I setting alarms and are they going off? Like I have multiple phones. I have multiple alarms set. But like, is it one of those things where it's like if I set it on my phone and if I pass out with it on me and roll over on it, like, do I need to get an alarm clock that sits over here? Right. Okay. Alarm clock. Boom. Sit over here. Oh, that's the case. I'm sleeping. Oh, alarm. Oh, oh, oh. Then I have to wake up and then turn it off. I don't know. All I know is that there's like it's coming. I know it is. I'm working by myself in the evenings now. Um, Saturdays are becoming like just incredibly lame. Uh, just the whole day. Just this is the highlight of my day. The next hour and 12 minutes. I am going to fall asleep. I am going to sleep through a shift of some kind. We've talked about it a little bit before in the past. Me and Liam, we've overslept and had to have mom come wake us up. Right. So one of those is coming, and I just don't know when and what can I do to prevent it. Because I know it freaks people out. Like next Saturday, I oversleep. Right. There's no live. You guys are like, oh, maybe he fell asleep. Right. It's set up though. We're like, oh, maybe. But then I don't go to work because I oversleep. My phone's like on silent. I don't hear phone calls. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Do you guys still use a traditional alarm clock? Let's start with that question. How many people only rely on phone alarms and who actually still uses a traditional alarm clock? Will be the because like if everybody does the phone thing, then like I don't know, like I mean that's not going to be the deciding factor, but I think I have to get a regular alarm clock. Like the idea that I have to get up and set the alarm kind of sucks. But what I was looking at when I was looking at alarms are ones that I can schedule. Like I can do it on my phone too, though. But for whatever reason, I don't know. I don't know. Like I can preset all of them for like 7:30 Saturdays, boom, or 10 o'clock every day of the week. Like I can do that already. Um, well, I just gotta figure out how I need to start waking up better because it's good. It's going to happen. I'm already putting at the fences. We should run a pool. When does Ben miss or sleep through a live stream and or work? It's going to happen in April. Well, maybe. Liam's gone. He's got some birthday stuff going on. I have to work. Yeah, I don't know. We'll figure it out. But it is coming. I'm telling you. There is a Saturday or a Monday. Like Monday, even not that bad. Like worst case, I sleep in. Mom makes a delicious breakfast and I miss it. But like, no, but I should be up by noon. I don't like it. I don't like it. Thank you for my mom for being a good sport with everything. Live stream I just got off of. One of my favorite laughs I've ever had. Oh my god, it was so good. But I think I said something in the middle of it or somewhere in there. I think would be a great tagline for the podcast or like a I don't something somewhere I have to use this. I don't know where, but I love the idea of like chase that laugh. Like that's why we podcast, man, or that's why I do. Is I just think about some of my favorite laughs on and off the microphone, and I just try to like just have a good time and chase that like favorite laugh. So somewhere, don't know where we're gonna put it, but it's like a tagline. So uh, I allude last week that talked to Vita Bybee, right? She's like she shared her experiences like with the family and everything else, creating these dishes for this cookbook. I allude to that not every recipe has to be a good recipe, but can still have a good memory, right? Um, I just fucking lost my mind last week, man. Oh my god. Oh, not since the parquet laugh or the hot take laugh did I laugh so hard. Um, and I know that the antidote was something my mom said, so just like a huge shout out to my mom for being a cool sport. Um, man, those are like some of the best. Like I don't know, the idea like this, it makes me want to do the cookbook more. Right, the fact that I can go through this cookbook, or that every time like I make said dish, I can remember um, the HDTV conversation. I can remember that podcast. Um, I'll probably talk to my mom about it on Monday, and just the idea that this like we create a book, right? And then one of the ingredient like okay here, so note taker, write this down. Like every time, like so when we create the cookbook, okay, on the bottom in one of the recipes, right? Like what we do. Okay, this is like this is a really cool idea. Okay, so on the recipe, the very last ingredient is add new memory. Okay, so what we're gonna do is if you guys ever watched that Joe Pesci Brendan Fraser movie with honors. Okay, so Joe Pesci, old guy, right? He walks around, he collects rocks, right? So he every time he looks at this rock, he remembers this memory. Okay, so we're gonna do the same thing in this cookbook, right? So whatever dish we're gonna come up with, right? So the spaghetti dish, like every time you make it, you got to throw on a new memory, right? Kind of a little bit, so that every time you eat it, you can remember like the list of just different memories of like when you're making it or something. So that way, every time, yeah, make the spaghetti, you're like podcast, uh, horrible barley night, HDTV, like uh, bench move, and then like I don't know, just something. And then just the idea that you start building like this book, and then every time you make it, you just remember something else. Like it's super cool. Like insert one awesome memory. Um, but yeah, dude, huge thanks to mom, man. Fucking just always remind me, man. Chase that laugh, dude. Like I think it's brilliant. I think it's a great tagline somewhere. Like what like um, Golly Megan, like somewhere we should put that in the panel, right? Is like why do we podcast? Part of it is to get to know family, have a good time, interact, but like fucking chase that laugh, dude. Because I went back and watched it once, dude. That was a fun. Like I can't remember. Like it's not even that. Like it's not even that funny. Uh, but now, whenever I look at that cookbook, I will definitely think of my mom. I will definitely think of that podcast. Um, and every time I make something out of said cookbook, boom, she's there forever. Like it's gonna be fantastic. But that was such a good laugh. And I don't know if people laugh. And here's where okay, the moral of the story. How often do people laugh like that? Hey, Andy, how did you like the Vita Bybee episode? I know you left some comments. Um, but yeah, I absolutely love the idea. Create the cookbook, right? Uh, Vita Vibey, she makes the cookbook, she associates it with the movie. So she could be like, oh, this is inspired by the movie, right? But when she makes that dish based on Mulan, does she actually remember the night that they watched the movie? And she does great. But I think that's one of the things I want to make sure we put in all of our dishes is that we add one memory, like we print it. We add one memory to the recipe. So that way, when Andy makes it and she makes the fucking spaghetti, she's like, "Oh yeah, I remember that episode. I remember Ben's mom." Ben laughed like seriously, probably not since I don't know. There's a couple of ones since Hot Take. Hot Take was hilarious. Parquet was hilarious. The idea that you can take a laugh, like that's what you guys like. That's like almost the new issue, man. You chase a laugh so much that you can give it a title, right? Like you've laughed a lot. Like you're like, oh, that was so funny, and you remember a joke maybe when you were like growing up. But the idea now that I can straight remember like almost everything about the parquet laugh. It's recorded. They don't have to be recorded, right? But like I have these. Uh, what are some of the best laughs that we've had, real quick? Parquet, hot take. There was one that I did with Exhibit One when we were talking about Taylor Tomlinson. Like that had a pretty good laugh. I lost my shoe talking about heart stoppers, and then we have the Whimsy book, the cookbook. Man, those are like five. Like just in a second, I can come up with five of the most incredible laughs I've ever had. And I am lucky enough that you guys were there for. Like you can go back and listen to all of those, and then half of them you can watch. So uh, yeah, just thanks, mom, man. She's super cool. Um, I hope she laughed too. Like I hope that she's like that was funny, and that bench is still there. Like she's like laugh all you want. That was a solid move. So it's good times, man. Chase that laugh. We got to figure out where we're gonna put this. Chasing the whimsy. It's about just chasing those memory or chasing those moments that just fuck, and then put those and put them right in your pocket, man. Um, but I think it's a solid tagline to something. I don't know what, but all I got out of it was chase that laugh. Because from now on, like I'm gonna do all I can to make sure I chase any one of those five laughs because those are God, they make me feel so good. Uh, and if you guys can like, oh, so good. All right, moving on. So, mom, love you. Oh my God, I've recorded all day. I've literally recorded 9 to 7. I recorded for 10 hours. No, okay. I recorded like 6.5, 7 hours out of 10. Such a great day. Beat a baby in the morning, live stream. Whimsy archive. I have a Whimsy archive. I have an hour and a half of Whimsy archive recordings that you guys will never hear. Then I recorded with Dean and Danielle, and Alice hung out with me for a bit. Like like the whole day, I just recorded. I ended one, went to another. Ended one, went to another. I had like a 2 hour break between 1 and like 3:30, like 2 and 4. Uh, and then yeah, just kept recording. Uh, I used to do it a lot way back, like in the early days, right when I was first starting off with Whimsy with a Z. Like my Mondays were always like super busy. But man, I was tired, but I had such fun conversations with everybody that it was worth it. Um, Such a long day, and I loved every bit of it. Like, oh, let's just take a second, right? So, fun conversation with Vita Bybee, introduce you guys to a bunch of people. That then goes into a live stream that gives me my cookbook laugh recipes. Oh, recipes for laughs. Hey, is that like that's almost like ooh, someone write that down. Whimsy's recipes for laughs, like that almost works for the like ish title. We're gonna play with that, workshop that, right? Um, and then I'll tell you. I think there's one more line pocket. I'll tell you who I talked to for the Whimsy archive. That conversation was fantastic. It was a 20-year-old conversation. Uh, going back like almost 18 years. And then the two kids were just fun. Each one had a different topic. I had fun hanging out with Alice, Dean, and Danielle. It's like I do like to talk a lot, and it was cool to be able to get most of that stuff recorded. And so, oh, it was good times. One of the conversations interviews that I had today was Mike, old CTW like guy. I said something, and I generally think I ruined his day. Like it's not his fault, but I made a comment, and then he had a realization, and it kind of just really bummed him out, and I feel really bad about it. But he shouldn't. Like I shouldn't feel bad. He shouldn't feel bad. But yeah, like talking, just watching him. Like we had the conversation, and then all of a sudden, like his whole like you could feel like his heart just crush. I'll tell you about it. So Mike, circa '04, 18 years old, moves into my garage, right? We hang out with him, Justin, Leon, right? There's a bunch of us. We hang out for like 2 years, and he moves away like '06. I never talked to the guy again. I talked to him for the first time in 18 years. Uh, we played catch up, find out what he's been up to. I recorded it again, so that's just the archive side of things, right? Um, you guys, I, you'll never hear it, to be fair, but huge reference piece. Okay, so as I'm talking to him, I'm like, "What have you guys been like? What have you been up to?" And what happened was I helped get him a job at a hotel years ago, right? He gets a job there, and then something happens, and he decides to move to New York, right? Um, so part of hopefully, like when I do go into like he'll be on the show eventually, but what happens is like uh, like he still talks about the time, those 2 years, right? Very formidable years for, I think, everybody within CTW, right? Me, Justin, Mike, Leon. So in that time, right, life changing, like, I think we both agreed that very, very formidable moments in our life, right? So because he meets me, he gets the confidence to just pick up and move and go to New York. Okay. So he moves to New York, right? He struggles a bunch, uh, like just struggle because that's what you do when you're 20. You're in your 20s. You go to New York. You have no idea what you're doing. You go because your brother has a job for you, and then like just struggle, 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 struggle. And then you meet somebody on a bus. You marry her. You move to Florida, and then you move your mom out to Florida. Like like just talking to him, there was just a little bit of like I'm like I'm here today in Florida, about to move my mom out here, all because 18 years ago we crossed paths. Like it was like okay, right? So that gets a little heavy, right? But then he's like, "Well, what else have you guys been up to?" And I'm like, "I haven't talked to any of those other people. No, I haven't talked to Leon. I haven't talked to Justin since like a year after he moved. Like Mike moves '06. I stopped talking to everybody by like '07. And like this idea, right? Because we were so close back then, right? He's like, "What do you mean you guys don't talk anymore?" I'm like, "After you left, everything just kind of fucking fell apart." Not necessarily fell apart. I'm like, "I got a girlfriend. She didn't want the boys hanging out in the garage. She domesticated me. Um, Justin had some stuff going on in his life in which he was making different moves, like in his life choices, and like we just naturally grew up. I'm like, we could like you guys could only be in your teens for so long." And there was this moment when I was watching him and I felt so bad. He's like, he's like, "Was I the glue that held this all together?" I said, "Absolutely." Like semi, like jokingly, like, "Yeah." I'm like, "Yeah, you were like that's how important you were." And he just got like super sad for a minute, just thinking of like, if he didn't move, we would all still be like super close friends. Um, he uh, he's happy where he's at, but I don't know. I think there's still a little piece that just lingers for a second where he's just like, uh, all these people like he cared about, he hasn't talked to in 20 years, is because he moved away, and he almost feels bad that he broke up the band. Okay, there's no Yoko joke here. I was trying to make sure there wasn't one there, but yeah, it was interesting. I feel bad. I feel bad because he does generally feel a little sad that the team that CTW basically broke up when he moved. Um, but we had everything that we needed from each other in those years. Moved on. We are who we are because of those times. So feel bad. I didn't want him to feel bad because I haven't even attempted to reach out to some of those guys yet. I don't know. We'll see. Nailed it. Today's the 19th. My AI voice generator resets on the 20th. I didn't record anything for the month of March. Totally got in. Totally stole, like I didn't steal, but totally got my like 20,000 characters recorded on the 19th. It resets in midnight. Killing it. There's a lot of AI work, like voice work options available. I do like the one in my voice because I think that's the creepiest thing that there is. Um, but remember, February, it was like, "Hey, you reached your limit." So uh, it was nice that I was able to get another script for something and get it recorded. I went in and just started copy pasting. Like I have a handful of stories. We got stories about the Wayback Machine coming up, Lost Media, Analog Horror, BoJack Horseman, um, the Mojave Phone Booth. Like there's like 7 different projects, very small. Like they're like the 5-10 minute ones. But boom, I was able to get in there. It was amazing. I just like it should be an alert on my phone. Like on the 15th, make sure you record your max limit of AI voice. But I don't know. I just thought it was a good job to Ben. That's all I know. I don't know when you're gonna hear them all, but we'll figure it out. That's all. Just wanted to kudos myself.
Go check out Whimsy with a Z, the podcast from Chasing the Whimsy. Whimsy with a Z is a brand new podcast where they meet and hang out with 6 teenagers each month to get to know what it's like to be a Generation Z in today's day and age. They'll discuss summer, first days of school, and maybe dive into the struggles that most teens face, but maybe not talk about. Join along as they break down the generation gap and better understand what it's like to be Generation Z. That's Whimsy with a Z. Chasing Whimsy, talking to Generation Z. A few new episodes up for you to listen to already, and make sure you subscribe to be notified of future releases. Whimsy with a Z is a podcast for teens by teens, but parents are welcome and encouraged to also listen. You can stream it on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and at the website chasingthewhimsy.com. That's Whimsy with a Z, the podcast. Go stream, download, and subscribe today.
Yeah, go back, listen to those episodes, man. Uh, Dean, he's getting ready to graduate freshman year. When does he start thinking about college? Realizing you don't have to do it right this second. Real quick, Alice confirms. You sit too long, you graduate in 2 months. And then Danielle was fun. Um, just being comfortable with who we are and don't let bullies bully us. And if you do, Alice will come out and she got your back. Those came out on Friday. 2 more episodes coming out this Friday. All right, we've officially. So sorry. Okay, so we don't talk about work, right? Very, very generalizations. Something came up. The first official possible conflict of interest. So I had to call my HR lady to kind of figure out where the rules were, where the line is from podcast life to work life. Stay tuned. All right. We know I have a day job. We don't even know what the hell he does. We know that he works shipping and receiving. Don't even know what the hell he does. All right. So Ben's got two jobs, right? You know very little about them. Totally fine, right? None of your goddamn business. But since podcasting, I take the skills that I've learned podcasting and I have applied them to one of the jobs. And I'm doing something over there. It's just a little project. All right, so we got a little project. We got my podcast, right? So now, like, I take the skills from here and I go over there and do some stuff. But now, I see there's an opportunity that I want to take from over there and bring it over here. Still keep that uh, the curtain closed, right? So you guys can't see what. Okay, but there is yeah, interesting. I had something come up, and I'm like, I want to do this interview on the upcoming um, Mind Nooners, right? Or even a full episode. But I'm like, this now starts dipping into a different world, right? The work world. Reached out to HR and said, where's my line? Like, I'm not moving forward on anything. I would like to, but I'm not going to. Is it a problem? Talked about it a little bit. Mostly, no, not a problem. Um, but we're moving it up the chain a little bit here just to make sure um, that we don't create like a problem. I think the probably the best um, way to describe the possible problem is the conflict of interest, right? Is that I'm taking too much from over there and over here, um, and benefiting it from here. So uh, we're just keeping an eye on it. We're tracking it. We're going to get some approvals because the last thing you want is uh, to get in trouble because you created a conflict of interest. And because then, like, God forbid, someone wants to get extreme and be like, "Well, we're gonna write you up now." Be like, for what? And then so I don't know. But I don't think that's just being respectful enough to make sure that I keep everybody in the loop of what I'm doing. Because if it does impact, because like you guys have those handbooks at work, right? You're like, boom, somewhere on the very bottom, like on page like fucking whatever, subsection D, paragraph 9, like whatever, it like somewhere in there, like it half describes conflict of interest and like you can't take work content outside of work or something like that. And I just want to get in trouble for any of it. So, but it is interesting though that there's finally that overlap, which is going to be interesting. Of like two things could happen: is I could take said idea from them, bring it over here to Whimsy, or if they're like, we don't want you to do that, why can't you do that for us? Then I take Whimsy and I bring it over there. Like, interesting. I look forward to it. Um, so I guess that's all I got for now. I don't have to get too much more into it. Like, but we're looking into it. We'll find out what happens. I'll keep you guys updated. I think we need to start putting together like a whimsy library, kind of like the Library of Congress, right? Um, the we need to start collecting like physical media or digital copies, I guess we could work too, of things that we think everybody needs to know or watch within Whimsy. The example I have is uh, Weekend at Bernie's. That reference is going to die. I think if you want to be Whimsy, we need to like every year we announce like one or two movies or one or two songs, something. We introduce it into this library in which uh, everybody needs to be referenced. Like Liam needs to be able to know what a Weekend at Bernie's reference means. Right. Right. So it's a lot going on in that mind pocket, right? We're gonna unpack it just a little bit. The Library of Congress every year they take different pieces of uh, art, literature, movies, television, and they submit them into the Library of Congress, right? So like Clerks is in there a couple of years ago, so it helps to track different types of uh, for like historical purposes, right? So something happened, boom, okay, boom, something happens because digital copies like this is the library of shit that they've collected. Okay, so Whimsy comes up with a library of just things that we want to make sure we don't lose, right? Not necessarily that Liam has to watch all of these things, but consciously make an effort to make sure that we don't want to forget. So what it comes down like it's a it's an evolution of Liam and I's conversation of like movies that make us right, video games that make us. Is that we instead of just the conversation of why do we like these TV shows, these video games, and these things, is that now we officially take them and we put them in the Whimsy library, right? That says these are the things that make Whimsy. So we can go back 20 years from now and be like, what were some of the influences from Whimsy, right? Early, like pre Whimsy days. We can go back and we can find Life is Strange, Last of Us, Ted Lasso. And then if anybody's interested, to be like, well, what are these things? Boom. Like you got a list, keep copies of them. Um, but then there's also that aspect of like Liam has never seen Weekend at Bernie's. I don't know if he will ever watch. Maybe we could watch it. Can I find that somewhere? Is it streaming anywhere? Someone check. Is Weekend at Bernie's streaming anywhere? And I'm going to check to see if I can buy it. Weekend at. I can buy it right now for $14. It's on AMC right now. AMC Plus. The idea that they're going to try and sell me Weekend at Bernie's for $15. Like it's barely a $15 movie. Like at best, $4.99. And see, now here's what's funny, right? It's not a great movie, right? And you're like, oh, $4.99 in a Walmart bin. But referenced, okay, what year did that movie come out? 1989. So that's coming up on what, almost 25 years. For 25 years, this movie has been referenced, duplicate like How I Met Your Mother created the scene. Like it has technically been in pulp culture for 25 years since its release. It's crazy. Like that's why it costs $15. Not really, I don't know to be honest with you, but like like when you think about it, it's a weirdly pulp culturally. It's kind of like a weird important movie that you wouldn't really think would be valuable, but it is referenced all over the place. So yeah, we're gonna come. So um, as we come up on year two, maybe we all introduce uh, like a movie or something. Like Ted Lasso would be on it. Like year two, like they're not the win. It's not an award, but like uh, 2025 submissions for the Whimsy Library will be like boom, these two movies, these two games, and some other stuff. So I know it's just like we could just write a list, right? It's literally a list on the on the website, just a list. We don't have to call it a library, but I'm just meaning like conceptually, that's what I'm looking to do is build these just these lists and these things that we need to make sure that we don't lose track of. Because because this goes back to the Yoko thing and the jokes. What do we do when Yoko no longer becomes like a valid fucking joke anymore or a reference? What happens when Weekend at Bernie's ends? The Monday of Weekend at Bernie's. What do we do? I don't ever want that to happen. I want Weekend at Bernie's to live forever. It's going to here at Whimsy. I'm officially not ready for the summer. Uh, I don't know what happened. Like I know what happened. My finances are all jacked up right now. Like I can't like since I bought the car, like there was the idea, right? Like I had the payment plan was like but then there's all these other expenses that happened, William, and I'm not ready for summer yet. I'm not like I need I'm trying to get back to a routine, something normal. And I just need to stop spending money. Stupid teeth. Um, yeah, I'm not looking forward to any of this. I like to keep like I generally have a general idea of how much money I have, right? So that way right? So you can just look at the account and be like, there's X amount of dollars minimum, like I like to have. So as long as it's roughly X number, I know everything is good, right? Like that's how I know. That's how I know when I don't pay bills because I have more than X amount of dollars. And I was like, oh, what did I forget to pay? And then I go back and pay it. Um, Somewhere recently, I've lost track of my funds. Somewhere I've spent more than normal, and like I don't know what happened. I've lost control of mentally knowing where my finances are, and I don't like it. And yeah, I've completely lost track of all of it. When do we? Uh, what month has three paychecks in them? That's my reset. Where's my reset? So where's my reset month? Um, Paid next week. One, two, April. April has three checks. 4/18. Nope, no, it doesn't. Shit. 9/23. 4/18. So I guess May 2/16 and 30. So I have to wait until May to try to get my life back together. Um, Nationals, my teeth, a couple of other like. mm, I know it's some real first world problems, right? But uh, it made mine pockets. I don't. I like knowing where shit is, and I don't know where a bunch of shit is right now. And I think it's on my teeth. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just losing track of it, and I don't like. I don't like it because as soon as like 120-degree weather hits, man, like the AC and the electric bill, like, and I don't have like I'm just mentally not prepared for any of it, and I don't like it. I like knowing where all the money is, and I can't explain where like a very small amount is like gone. I have no idea where it is. I don't know. I don't know. Moving on. All right, now I'm playing with an AI video generator. So in theory, is I can take my voiceover work from like the AI voice thing, and then pick a topic, and then in theory, it's going to make me a video of said uh, script that I put in. So like the idea is these these fucking rabbit holes I need on Mondays. Like there's just no time right now to put together all of my pictures that I want to normally do. So I don't know. I'm gonna look at it this weekend. I don't want to do it all the time, but just sometimes maybe I do it. But I do like putting together what's in my pocket. So maybe there's like a happy medium somewhere. I don't know. Mondays, like I don't know if I ever like I allude to it. I stress out more about Monday's noon show than I do about anything else that I do. I really does it make sense? Monday's such a garbage it's such a garbage show because it's like the worst time. I like okay. Here's what it is. The podcast I care about, but I have someone to help me out. Right? I got a co-host help me out. Right? I don't have to come up with the whole thing by myself. Technically, Mind Pockets, I don't have to fucking do it all by myself because I'm teaming with myself. I'm teaming with earlier this week Ben. Like the show writes itself. The kids, I come up with let them talk. I had brought Alice on and fucking like her help me. Monday show. I absolutely love my Monday show. I love Nooners. I think Nooners somewhere. I think Nooners is something. Something will happen with Nooners, right? I think Nooners is good. Like I don't know what, right? I do Nooners because it's like I enjoy Nooners. It's the one that I wanted to do since we started this stupid thing, right? I like the idea of telling you about my week. I like talking about TV and like pop culture stuff, and then like the rabbit hole. Like I just very much enjoy like the idea that I introduced you guys to the back rooms, right? I like putting that show together. Cheese, I like putting his show together. Like I like researching a topic and then building a very small presentation for it. I very much weirdly enjoy doing it. And of all the stuff that I do, like it really is of any one specific task that I do within the Whimsy Empire right now. Okay, I record an episode. It takes me, we'll call it an hour to edit and post it online. Okay, Mind Pockets takes me like half hour to set it up because I just record all week. I have to upload everything, put it all together. But for whatever reason, I will no joke. I will spend 3 hours, if not slightly longer, on what's in my pocket, the rabbit hole discussion. And I like doing them, but there's so much. So there's a program that I pay for that, in theory, I could take a script and I could throw it in there. And the problem I'm running into is I can't hear what they sound like because I don't have speakers at work. Right. So as I'm kind of creating these things, like I can print, like I can save them, but I don't actually hear how they sound. So they kind of just like real cookie cutter a video together. But I'm thinking like if I can do part of the video and I can just drop in a couple of pictures here and there, um, like put in it auto generates my video, right? Well then, which gives me what the it's about, and then I can find clips and I can then I because like when you watch the back rooms, right? Sometimes like I do my best to try to make sure that the pictures changed frequently, and in my head, right? Like it played really nice for the most part. Can I take the AI video? Can it help me with the pacing and the timing of when like different pictures or videos need to go up? I don't know. I don't know because like right now I am panicking. I have zero idea of what to do on Monday because I enjoy, like, I really do enjoy that part. Like, that's one of my favorite segments, man. I love just telling, uh, like the idea, right? Like some of you guys already know about the backgrounds, but like the idea, I get to tell my mom and my grandma about something interesting. Like, I'll never think about it again. And like, but I don't know. Like this idea to just let you guys into my head a little bit about some of the random shit that I think about and that I explore on the internet. Because some of the stuff is fascinating, right? Like we have a Wayback Machine episode coming, right? Which is tied into like the Internet Archives. Like it is fascinating what those two things are, and I have the script for it. But I don't have all the visuals. That's it. The visuals. I don't have the visuals to go with it. So I don't know. We're gonna play with it a little bit. Uh, I don't know. That's all I got. Is I'm gonna I I want to not just rely on the AI video. That's all I'm getting at. Is I like the video. Can I use it to help me with the pacing of my visuals? Because at current it is not good the way it is as is. You're gonna get one. Maybe that's what I'll do for Monday. I can buy myself an extra week. I'm gonna just come up with a presentation and use the AI video just so we can see what it looks like and how it plays out, and then we can track the evolution of it. We'll see. All right, one of the rabbit holes I fell down. I probably won't make the show because I don't think it's show worthy, but I am watching every monologue I can find from every award show. I'm getting hyped. I'm getting psyched for the 2-year anniversary show. I think I'm more excited about the monologue that I want to write for it. Like, just like all the greats: Billy Crystal, Rock, or Chris Rock, Kimmel. So we're gonna figure it out. But I'm getting excited because I really want this. I'm working out ideas for this monologue. This award show coming up in July is not going to be remotely close to what I don't know. It is definitely not going to be what Liam wants it to be. I'm sorry. Um, for what he's visioning, certain realities, and the fact that I have to do it all alone, like probably not going to happen in its traditional sense. Like we are not going to be able to we're not going to live stream or record the Oscars of Whimsy, right? Um, we're not gonna have we're not gonna have a bunch of celebrities. We're not gonna have a bunch of camera angles. We're not gonna have a dance bit in the middle. Like those things aren't gonna happen, right? Um, I do think that we need to acknowledge and thank those that have helped us and issue awards for those people, for those episodes and those moments, like we would at the Oscars. I think that we will definitely do. There will definitely be uh, award plaques, maybe a couple of medals of some kind, but there will be an award-ish ceremony. Um, I don't know if there's going to be a podium. I don't know if there's going to be acceptance speeches. Like that's the whole problem. Is like this. All of this works good if I can get everybody to agree to write an acceptance speech, right? Um, if we have a podium, who are we podiuming for? Um, we still got plenty of time. Like we can still get the podium. We can still bring an audience of some kind. But like the talk show that I will eventually want to do, the opening that I want to do for this fucking show, and every other major award ceremony always starts with a monologue. And I've watched so many monologues. Billy Crystal really did a really fantastic job in the 90s. Um, Kimmel, he's fun, minus the 1 year. Um, I even enjoy some of like the independent film spirit awards, Mulaney and Nick Kroll. Like I'm watching so many of these things. I even watch SNL monologues just to kind of get like some. Uh, I'm quite. I don't. I'm just taking them all in for right now. Fucking Taylor Tomlinson. She does a monologue every week. I'm falling behind my game. That's all I'm trying to get at. Because I need to figure out how to write a decent monologue. But the award show one I think will be fun. Just got to figure out basically I'm learning how to come up with an award show quality monologue. based off of how other people have done it, right? Because I've noticed they all start with welcome, and then why are we here tonight? And then they always poke fun at one or two celebrity. Hey, fucking Jack Nicholson's here. Hey, Meryl Streep is still here. Uh, different categories make fun of somebody. So like, hey, nominated this year for favorite moment. You know, Nikki's here, and it's like, so I'm working on it. I got plenty of time, but I do have to write a an opening for the 6th because we have a special guest. So I'm going to be working on some writing of a monologue for the award show. That's all I was getting out of that. That's what took so long. We're already 9 o'clock. I have to work tonight. Lame. We're done. Small commercial. Thank you to the Patreon people in a second. We'll get you guys out of here.
Hey there, Whimsy fans. We wanted to take a moment away from the fun to express how much your support and contributions mean to us. If you're liking what you're hearing from us so far, we'd like to invite you to show us some love on our new Patreon. Starting at just $1 a week, you can help us keep the whimsy coming. That's not just our podcast, but live streams and new projects on the horizon as well. All members get special shout out during our live streams. If you're comfortable giving a little more, please take a look at our gift tier. These gifts are hand-picked by the Whimsy crew to bring more curiosity, fun, and whimsy to you as thanks for your support. Every little bit counts, and whether you support us by listening and subscribing to our podcasts, holding court on our lives, or subscribing to our Patreon, thank you for helping us keep the magic alive and the mics on. You can find our Patreon at patreon.com/chasingthewhimsy, or follow the link on our YouTube channel, @ChasingTheWhimsy. Thank you again for all the support. Whimsy!
Andy, hey, thanks for hanging out in the live. Andy, Nikki, your family, Megan, your family, Joyce, and Enderfrog, EC1, Gooster, Violet, my dad, Courtney. Thanks for the membership on the Patreon. You guys help out a bunch. We made some cool stuff. We have so much cool stuff coming up, I think. I sent some emails. We're getting some custom plushes of sorts. All kinds of cool stuff coming out. The webcomic. We got that coming because of your guys' help on the financial side. What's nice about you guys supporting us financially a little bit is, hey, I take a little bit of your money, I throw it over here to the holiday fund. We're going to take some money. We're going to raise some money. We're going to donate it for the holidays. Liam hinted that he wants to donate maybe somewhere else. Maybe we can. But we're just building up a goal. I have personally donated $500 already committed. Can we do it as a group, as a community? That is the trick here. Is have we made enough of an impact that we can build the community, that we can help out the community and raise some money for them? Part of me thinks, like, was it a lofty goal? Like, did I pull the trigger too soon to be like, hey, let's start raising money, right? I don't think so. Because worst case scenario, we don't hit the $500 goal, but we still make an extra $120 that we can donate and help out. Every little bit helps. That is the important thing about donating charity. Every little bit helps. Would I like to see us hit 500? Absolutely. Because then I could be like, hey, we have a community super strong, but we'll see. We're going to grow it up a little bit. Yeah. I couldn't find a segue into it. I couldn't. I thought I had something else. Nope. Moving on. I'll bring it up later. Just check us out. Patreon.com/chasingthewhimsy. Sign up for the free. Look at some of the stuff that we're doing. I will be updating it shortly for those who officially want to be part of the Whimsy Awards show voting panel, right? So you need to sign up for it. Um, Even in the free, I'll take the free people, but we're going to have categories. They're going to need people to help out with categories and officially voting for your favorite moments of the last 2 years. So that way we can make some appropriate nominations and awards for stuff. So um, check it out. It helps out a little bit. We get to keep doing cool stuff. I got a cool fucking. I don't have it out here. Uh, I got the tablecloth. Oh, it looks so good. Like I really want. Like I want to go somewhere. I need a 6 foot table because that tablecloth looks amazing, and I would love to see what it looks like actually on a table. Anyway, that's all we got for you guys. End of the show. I was just thinking. Oh man, I have to go back and watch it again. Last Monday, I think I had 2 laughs, right? We had the one about the bench, but then at the end of it, holy crap! I have to go back because the hand thing. I was at the very. I knew it was there, but I think it was later. Like they weren't all part of the same laugh. Remember when I did the pointing thing? Oh my god! I ended the show last week with that. Like that. Like oh my god! Like how do you get? I'm telling you right now, those laughs are amazing. Like you never feel any like no matter what's happening, man. If you could chase and catch one of those laughs, 100%, like your whole day will be better. So your task this weekend, moving into next week, chase that laugh, man. Like do do something, find somewhere, put yourself in position, have yourself a parquet laugh. Trust me, you guys will love it. That's all we got for you this week. I got to now get ready for work. Uh, all right, mom's just getting off work here soon. She'll whimsy. Hey, just throwing it out there. There may be an award for most comments left. Andy, Joyce Ann, neck and neck for who comments the most. So, who's the most whimsy? Uh, comma in the comment category. Those two. So, if you guys looking for an award, start leaving some comments. It's whimsies. Thanks for hanging out. Talk to you later. Sophie, love you. Love you, Sophie. I was thinking earlier, right? I'm looking for a little signal, right, that I can give to Sophie, like just a little nod to Sophie. I can't come up with one like consistently, except for hey, Sophie, yeah, Whimsy.